crypto price warning. China, Biden, and the Fed could be about to destroy all value of Bitcoin. Are you just as concerned about this as Senator Cruz is?
I do think we ought to be concerned about money being used as a system of control. Is very disturbing.
Hey guys, welcome back to Library of Wealth. Today we have the latest interview with Michael Saylor on the PBD podcast, sharing his recent prediction for where Bitcoin is headed in 2023. Saylor responds to recent criticism of Bitcoin as referenced in a recent article from Forbes about a crypto price warning and Bitcoin's value being destroyed. They believe that a digital dollar and other central bank digital currencies will be a massive problem for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole. The fear is that CBDCs will give governments never-before-seen power to surveil and control citizens, while proponents see them as an electronic evolution of state-issued cash that can be used to better manage the economy. Many crypto analysts and experts see the central bank issuing digital currency as exceptionally dangerous, and the development of a digital dollar could lead to the extinction of physical cash and play havoc with the commercial banking system as people manage all of their money on an app-based account with the Federal Reserve. Let's get right into the latest interview with Michael Saylor as he discusses Bitcoin and the fears that many investors are facing today. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content we do here on this channel. Let's get right into the video.
Certain monies are easier to control than others. For example, we talk about gold as money, but you ever try to carry a gold bar through an airport?
Very heavy.
Try it next time. They won't let you through, right? In fact, if you tried to carry $100,000 of gold through an airport, not only would you not get through, but the assumption would be you're a criminal, you stole the gold, and they would just take it and keep it without a court order. Now, try to carry $100,000 of cash through the airport. You ever try that? Put it in a bag and just... you can put it in a bag, and as you're walking through the TSA check or the X-ray machine, just nonchalantly say to the officer, "Yeah, I'm carrying $100,000 of money onto the airplane." Right? You won't get through. Now, not only will you not get through, they'll just take your money. Right? They'll just take it, and the assumption will be you stole it. Okay? So cash is a unit of control. Now, put $100,000 in a bank and try to wire it to someone, or just take it out and they're going to ask you why. Tell them it's none of their business. Try to send it to someone privately. Tell them you just want to send it to a numbered Swiss bank account, right? See how that works. That won't work, right? That's a system of control. A couple of stable coins have been getting shut down. Paxos's BUSD got a Wells notice. They got shut down. And Custodia tried to launch a bank, and they wanted to issue AVITs. AVITs were digital dollars, and they were digital dollars that were going to circulate on crypto networks. And the regulators denied that banking license, and it's about a 70-page denial letter, very articulate, and I read it all. I read thousands. I read all of the crypto legislation and all of the crypto litigation. So if you dig into that denial letter, which is very well written and articulate, what is very clear is the regulators say we're not going to allow the bank to form because we don't want someone to issue digital dollars that will circulate on crypto networks non-KYC. Evading our our anti-money laundering rules, our anti-terrorism rules, our know your customer rules. It's clear that the regulators reject with prejudice the idea that you can circulate large sums of dollars without reporting that. Now, that's a political football, right? Because a lot of people in this country think that you should own your own money and you should have financial privacy and you ought to be able to do what you want with your money. There's another group of people that don't agree, right? Ted Cruz is on the side of freedom. You ought to own your own money. Now, it turns out that if your money's in a bank, you're not going to be able to circulate it freely. It's controlled. And on the other hand, Bitcoin is the one network you can't control. Ted Cruz's famous line is, "I like Bitcoin for the same reason the Chinese don't like it. They can't control it." Nobody can control Bitcoin. So If you're insecure about being able to own your own money, do you own it? And can you actually use it without asking somebody's permission? Then the solution is not gold, it's not silver coins, it's not stacks of cash, it's not money in a bank in the US, it's certainly not money in a bank in Lebanon, Argentina, anywhere in Africa. Those banks won't let you take your money out of the bank. Go look at Nigeria, $42 a day. That's how much you can take out of the bank. They're keeping your money. So the one network that you have that gives you a decent chance of owning your own money and then being able to spend it the way you want is Bitcoin. So I'm not worried about Bitcoin.
Saylor goes on to discuss the control that governments are trying to wield over currency and why the fiat system is in a downward spiral. He also points out that now stablecoins are being targeted and shut down as well, and banks are now stepping in to add another layer of control over crypto.
There's a technical challenge. Our government doesn't know how to issue a CBDC. We don't know how to issue digital currency. The people that are issuing digital dollars are the cryptocurrency people, right? You know, Paxos knows how to issue a digital dollar, right? And the regulators sent him a Wells notice saying, shut it down. So the private market knows how to issue digital dollars. The government doesn't. The EU doesn't. The feds don't. And so even if they wanted to, they can't technically right now without somebody else's help. But as long as Congress is split, right, it seems to me quite clear there's a large faction, by the way, on the Democratic and the Republican side. So there are a lot of free-thinking politicians in both parties that are adamantly against having a system of control where the government can decide how you know, it used to be $10,000 was the cutoff of the report, right? It used to be you had to report when you wired $10,000, and that was back when $10,000 was worth something, right? It used to be, I think it dates back, what, 30, 50 years or something? Heck, at some point, they would probably like to see how you spend $50. And that's the control freaks in the political sphere. You know, politicians have shown themselves quite capable of interfering in your private affairs, and the last 3 years have shown anything. They've shown that people can come up with some justification to tell you how many people can sit at your dinner table on Thanksgiving, right? And so there'll be some of them. I don't think that politically it's going to fly in the near term. And in the next 2 to 4 years, I don't see consensus at the political level to impose a CBDC. So I think it's like that persistent boogeyman where people say, oh, it's coming, and the result is more interest in the antidote to it. So I don't think it's bad for Bitcoin. I think it's good for Bitcoin. I do think we ought to be concerned about money being used as a system of control. Is very disturbing.
Saylor highlights the concerns regarding the potential destruction of Bitcoin's value and the erosion of its anonymity and decentralization by central bank digital currencies. With China leading the charge with the digital yuan, this grants governments unprecedented surveillance and control over citizens. On the other hand, Bitcoin, being a censorship-resistant monetary network, is gaining more attention and interest due to the discussion around CBDCs. Saylor points out that Bitcoin provides individuals with a non-sovereign store of value that's highly sought after in countries experiencing hyperinflation as well. While some stablecoins have faced regulatory challenges due to concerns about evading anti-money laundering rules, Bitcoin remains a network that cannot be controlled by any entity. What do you think about the latest interview with Michael Saylor? And do you think Bitcoin is the solution to deteriorating fiat currency? Comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Library of Wealth. We'll see you in the next video.